Hello everyone, so this is another look back at a game that I created a few years ago. I believe this was my second Unity game that I ever developed. It's called Genetic Disorder, and it's a puzzle game that I developed in 2013. And it's very similar to an old puzzle game called Dr. Mario. So basically you have these two little spheres here that are connected together, and you can rotate them around. So the objective is to line four of these up together, and that will eliminate the little square blocks there with the little like radiation sign there. So I have it where the little helix shapes are inside of the little circle, so it's just a nice visual effect. And you can all go in here and make combos and things like that to give yourself a better score. As you can see, every time you match four of those in a row, then it pops up with the number of points that you've scored. So here's the last one.
Genetic disorders eliminated.
And after you clear all the little cubes, then you go to the next level. And for each level, there's an increasingly number of the squares that you have to, the cubes that you have to eliminate from the stage. You can see there on the left side, I have the score and the number of what I call disorders left in the level, and also the level number. And also on the right side, you can see a preview of the next piece, or the next two spheres that will drop down into the level. Actually, I originally had leaderboards built in for this game. I used the Game Jolt API for doing that, but unfortunately when I had that, it broke the gameplay for the other distributions, such as itch.io, and just like a standalone. So I ended up removing the leaderboards, and also had Game Jolt achievements built into this, so it was really nice. There's a combo right there, you can see. So I got 160 points for doing that drop down combo. So yeah, I really liked the achievements and the high score leaderboard, but it really wasn't didn't really work well cross-platform.
Genetic disorders eliminated.
And it's a little bit tricky to figure out how to go in there and through the web build, because originally when I released this, I used the web player, which used Flash, and so I figured out a way to go in there and actually update the leaderboards using, I think it used like a REST API, and you could go in there and you could call a URL on the Game Jolt side, and then that would either, it would send your score based on your logged in ID to the Game Jolt site and unlock that achievement that you achieved, or it would send your high score to the leaderboard. So yeah, I really like the visual appearance of this game, and how it has like the little 3D pieces with the little helix. One decision I had to make is whether I wanted to use an orthographic or perspective view. If you use a perspective view, then it gets a little bit weird when you're looking at the upper pieces versus the lower pieces, because they all don't look the same, because some you're seeing from below and some you're seeing from above, so the perspective really doesn't look that great sometimes. But with an orthographic view, it's like everything's just flattened, and everything looks the same. You don't have that perspective up or down. So you can see right there it switched from the orthographic to the perspective view, because when I had the text zoom in, I wanted to have that perspective so you can see the text below and above the text, so it really gives that 3D appearance. But as you can see there with the little cells, you can see they slightly transform. They look a little bit different in their perspective view. So yeah, as I was talking about Game Jolt earlier, I really like that site. How you can put any game up there. Not a lot of people are releasing the Flash builds anymore, just because Flash isn't being supported any longer in a lot of browsers such as Chrome. I believe you can still run Flash in IE, even though Internet Explorer is going away, being replaced by the Microsoft Edge, and also Firefox. I believe you can still run Flash within that as of today, as of April 2016, but you may have to enable it or have to disable a warning or something like that. So it's getting harder and harder to run things with Flash. So currently, Unity is working on a WebGL build. So WebGL is very similar, where you can have 3D games rendered in a web browser, but it isn't very well supported by a lot of browsers. I've tried it before, and some of my games just don't look right, or they're very slow. Not saying that the Flash player was slow, but the WebGL just takes a really long time for my games to load. So currently, when I release a new game, I'm primarily releasing on desktop now. I really like the desktop builds. I mean, it gives me a lot more power, and I think it makes my games look a lot better than being constrained by the web player. Because typically with a web player, you've got to have the resolution reduced quite a bit. Not saying that the player can't reduce the resolution in the Unity settings, but I just like by default having the higher people playing my games in the higher resolution. I think my games just look a lot better that way. So on level 5 now, I think I'm just going to lose on purpose right here. Once you get to the top and everything gets filled in, oh no, game over, I lost. So that throws me back to the title screen. So yeah, that's Genetic Disorder. I actually rendered that little helix thing. That's the same helix that I use in the little spheres in the game. I rendered that in Blender. Found a tutorial online how to create it. I think it uses an array modifier, and it just spits out all the little bars in the helix, and then it does a twist to give it that twisted shape. So it's a pretty easy model to create in Blender. You just gotta find the right tutorial to tell you how to do that. But anyway, yeah, if you're looking for a puzzle game like the old classic Dr. Mario, check out Genetic Disorder. I believe I have it both on Game Jolt and itch.io, so you can download it at either of those two sites. So anyway, thanks for watching.